Yeah, the water. It's live. I mean, we're live.
Okay.
I've got you muted. Device, having your audio and video show out. So you've got your face on, as well as you're ready to share.
Okay.
No, we're ready to share, just share like the wood.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Hey, how are you?
What, time to just crash?
Some kind of business since I did.
Hey, Gary.
Access point.
Oh, Tim, Josh, Brian, Liz,
Hey, here.
Randy.
Hello, hello.
I'm good. I didn't interrupt. You know those guys, Thursday, Chuck and Ryan, you get a good sense from. Yeah, I had a long conversation with them. I think they're gonna sign the contract. Get it on the contract.
Good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a nice building.
Yeah, it just needs work, and I think they're gonna hopefully engage Bob to do the. Yeah.
That was not recommendation.
Yeah, and it was mine as well, because he had measured all the stuff.
We normally can tell pretty quickly whether someone is capable or not, just by the questions you're asking.
Yeah, he was really impressive.
How are you?
No, that's not true. I can't.
Are we? I got a little rain, so it's gotta at work. Just making me feel clean all day.
Unless I saw, the video on how she saw there was some, absolutely nothing in there that she should have.
I'm gonna pick up a new thing that I think it's a good.
What do you?
Yeah, I thought the dig it, and we found one, a girl out of the found one, we tear it. And then, hold up, I was sitting there, the other one, I had to dig it up. And so then I gave it. I made a walk away from it, and kept walking on the whole background, moving like a full little song. Think about it, we have a thing I use when I cook, put it in the ground of water like a guy. But
So yeah, that digging take that.
well,
So you found one to fix it, you found the next one, you gotta dig up to fix it.
that's what I just didn't have anything to do with it. The rain go out there. Yeah, my neighbor looked at it, I think I'm gonna put it and my neighbor looked at it.
It's good exercise.
Yeah. Well, it is, and I guess you got on ride on this side. But,
Fresh air at least.
yeah, no, you know, you're able to do it.
I like it.
Yeah. Like a
The only time I resent it is when my schedule lines up where you know, we're out of town for 3 weekends in a row or something like that, and then I got to do it on weeknight. I do not like that.
The background on this hormones, like quite another condition. I didn't do all that being back in 2001. Right away.
It was basically, it was a concern raised by the fire department that they wouldn't have good access to, you know, get back to those properties in case of emergency. It was a pretty standard call, you know.
The facility, the same crop facility.
But in this case, the house has, the property they're cutting out is basically on a road, it's on the public right of way.
About Abrams.
Harmon, yeah.
Yeah.
Harmon Place, yeah.
So what's the appropriate fix? Should we deed that road to the county?
Well, when they platted the last time, actually, even where Harmon Place is supposed to be, is the road's not where the extension and stuff is not in the area that's where it's supposed to be. It's remarkable.
My
Yes,
concern
sir.
was it existed then, whatever existed then, nothing changed, it's still the tip.
Yeah, I mean, the only real way to make this happen without dedicating the public right away to get the county to accept it is to approve the variance. I mean, it doesn't really do anything as far as changing the condition of road with access. I mean, it's whether it's a property line around the house or not.
Oh, there it is. That's it right there. Okay, there it is.
So they're asking now, reason.
I don't think it's unreasonable. I mean, that'd be different if, like, what the dividing is, again, on a road, on a little dirt road. I'm gonna cut this out. But there's all this other property back here that's got no access to anything. That's where it becomes to be a problem, in my opinion.
Mhm.
But the
That's taking
particular,
the only access.
the particular, probably don't be a problem, should not be a problem.
I mean, it is what it is. Now, the only negative, and Randy just brought this up, was that if we do this, then it eliminates any of the remainder of the property having direct access to some road. Could you call that up, Randy?
Okay, we'll click it up. Okay.
We were having some Zoom deals. Yeah. So.
Scroll up to the zoning map. I mean,
See, this is the area right here.
now, won't they have access through Laurel Greenway? That right there?
No, I think this has already been cut out from here through. I'm not sure. Let me go back to his deal.
Is that a power cut that runs through?
It
Yeah.
is. Hold on.
So if we approve the variance, then there's no access to the rest of the property, no road, so they understand what we're going to do.
Let me get here
Yeah.
to the.
They can understand what he's doing.
And then rendering the rest of property. You know,
Come back, you had some easement, some to the county or something.
I mean, yeah, and that's a two-step deal. They have to dedicate it, the county doesn't have to take it. The county's not gonna take it.
Okay, so. This will- Google doesn't have you a whole lot with with all of this stuff because of the private roads. You can't get back there and see, this is Thorburn Road. I think it is right here. I think this is the area we're looking at.
Right, it is.
Right here.
Yeah.
There's a house back here that I think cuts off the access. I think this part of the property doesn't have access. Maybe, is this Reed Circle, does it touch it?
Yeah, that's Reed Circle.
They have access off of.
Why do they need this variance?
Bianca wants to. It's a family.
All family property.
Thing.
30 acres, you got this manufactured house on the edge of it,
Yeah.
like you're going to talk about.
This is, yeah, this is the property. See, this lot,
Right.
and these were created last time. And there was a lot of discussion, like, this is supposed to be Harmon Place Extension right here.
But none of
But
that.
it's not, where it's platted is up here, it's just kind of meandered, and the fire department had a lot of issues with this last time when they were actually creating this lot, the remainder, and these. And that was where the commission at that time said nothing further, so that's why we couldn't move to do anything.
So is Reed Circle public road?
I don't think it is.
No.
I think it's a private road too.
So they're pretty far from a public road,
Yeah.
Harmon Place.
Yep.
That's a lot of lots.
Now
Could
Laurel,
have an existing house.
yeah, Laurel Green, it looks like dead ends into it right here. That house that we were looking at on Google Earth is
But
right
could
here.
they put that on the road, if that can take the good?
Great experience.
Yeah.
But they could, I mean, if they're going to develop a remainder, they can show you.
Okay.
Who owns this lot here with that flag there?
Another family member.
Yeah,
So they can go in there.
they could plat something with easements either way. I mean, and they may even be able to off Laurel Green there. I just don't know where it's going to tie in through what they want to do. The whole purpose was that the other departments really didn't want to keep seeing it get more developed out there without true access for utilities and emergencies and stuff. There were water authority and health department and fire concerns, and county engineer and traffic were real keen there. That was back,
So if you
it's probably 2008.
Did they have to do the fat part?
Or the fire department trying to sign up in the flat.
Yeah, they're about to sign off, and I don't know that any of them are.
Here's your controls there
Okay.
for screen sharing. Other than that, you can use PDF like you normally do.
Okay, so what we do is have it like on the normal screen share. Go ahead and screen share up here.
Yeah.
Screen share, okay. Just like usual for Zoom meetings.
Yeah.
You just do a YouTube edition.
In YouTube, it's kind of
Sometimes it's live.
but yeah, as long as you're screen sharing, otherwise it's just,
Okay.
just showing work.
Gotcha. Voice screen sharing. We are, okay, you do.
You'll have this note up here.
Okay,
If you
gotcha.
stop for it.
Gotcha, I see it, gotcha.
Then Jim can screen share.
Okay, cool. Do we get Tanya squared away?
I'm sorry.
Do we get her squared away?
Yeah. Yeah. She's got great access.
Is there anything else you need?
Well, she should have, but she said she's stuck in the doctor's office for years, so. Kind of, if you want to go ahead and go into the general, we certainly can.
She says on her way.
Brian,
She said,
more training.
Oh.
You get more training.
She just texted that she's on her way. Yeah, when it's all.
Okay, bringing to order.
Okay, we've got a short agenda today. We've got 4 items that have moved off, either moved off the agenda or are on the application. So, the first 4 items we want to take testimony on. We've got Spring Street ratification, Bartlett Street ratification. College Street was preferred by the design review board, and they will come back in next hearing. And Key Street, we moved ratification. So we're going to hear Western Drive, Sherman Drive, Harmon Place, and then the items, the 2 applications on Jeffersonville Road. So number 5, 2151 Western Drive. This is a rezoning from Ag to C1. This is for an office development, office building for basically a telecommunications company.
the map's wrong. It's supposed to be all 3 of these lots.
It's one lot off.
Let's see, get down to the site plan.
So this is a rezoning that was allowed development of this office. And you've got C2 across Arkwright Road from this site. You've got C2 and M2 back to the east. There's a gas operation, natural gas operation just down the road a bit. And then across Riverside Drive, of course, you know, that perimeter office park. So we didn't see a big issue with this. There is some opposition from the neighborhood, and I think the developer met with the neighborhood this weekend. I don't know what came of that meeting, but
The opposition.
I think they're concerned about expansion of commercial property.
Right, of what could happen at the corner that they're not showing as developed. They had concerns over that, based on what, I've heard from one letter. We got one letter. And they're really concerned about what would happen if everything was rezoned to see one, or a convenience store or something like that, that's by right to go somewhere, so. That was
We again do a PDC.
Yeah,
Good.
a big idea.
I get that.
You know, this Western Drive, cut here is going to be closed.
Yeah, when they put in that permanent roundabout, it was closed.
But they closed that cut all the way from Westland up and then the DOT plans to close that as well.
Yeah.
But they're gonna come back in with a larger.
Permanent roundabout.
Yeah. From my understanding, that was a big concern, is what would happen here, and automatic by rights and all, the neighborhood really was concerned with, you know.
Agreed or something.
Yeah, and there are a lot of things in C1 that might not be compatible with their homes and their neighbors. So it wasn't necessarily
Is
this.
this C1?
No,
That's agricultural too. But that's across the interstate. But if they rezoned all of this to C1 and something
But this would
happened,
be, if there was gonna be any type of C-store would be on this side, it wouldn't be on.
It'd be more desirable for the market
Yeah.
and go there.
right. But that was their concerns. And if this went south and this project didn't work, that, some other C1 retail might come in here and take, you know, what this was. There are a lot of things that are in C1 by right that they just didn't necessarily want there. So, but they did have a meeting, and, I think Ms. Bragg wants to sign in to address you guys
They do.
during the, hearing portion of the meeting.
Any other questions on that one? Okay, number 6, 2500 Sherland Drive. This is a request for a funeral home, conditional use. It'd be a full service funeral home, however, there will not be a funeral here. They'll offer that service, but it's done on site. And, they've got all the site requirements as far as parking. They have a lot more than they actually need, I believe, but,
There's a lot of parking.
we've not received any.
I had no
concerns from the
correspondence.
neighborhood.
That connects with the church on the street in New York.
No, not to my knowledge.
I'm glad somebody used it.
Mhm.
I need something to improve that whole area.
Okay, let's see, number 7, we were just talking about this, is Harmon Place. This is a variance allowing the flat property, will have no, frontage on the public right away. And, Gina, I don't think you were here when we were just chatting about it, but, back in 2009, the commission approved, similar variances, but said that any future developments they got to extend public road, public right of way. But what this does is basically take an existing house and put it on its own property. So from that standpoint, we don't see a problem because it's already there. But the remainder of that parcel will be left without hardly any access to public right of way. So if they ever anticipate wanting to do anything with that remaining acreage, they're gonna have to build roads. I mean, that's.
Would that be, if somebody wanted to do something with that, is that Lake, I can't read it from here, and I've forgotten what to say, Lake Greenway?
Yeah, I think a law.
Law.
Laurel Greenway, okay. Would that be where they would,
That
There.
will provide access to extend that or connect up or, but yeah, that'd be their only access to any kind of public facility, public road.
Harmon Place dead ends up here into this would have been a Harmon Place extension, but it's never been, it's platted but not built. So therefore not
So
accept.
there would be
everything.
several options if anybody wanted to do that. They would just have to put a road in.
They have to put the roads in, yeah.
In this case, we don't think that any of Reed Circle is a public road.
Oh, it's not, none of that.
So Harmon Place. is
Harmon
the
and Laurel would
public
be
road, which is really
Yeah.
far
And then the last item is 2 applications, 5719 Jeffersonville Road. This is for a cell tower with a variance.
Well, yeah, several variants since the setbacks.
Yeah. This will be it'll be a freestanding,
Lattice tower.
lattice tower on 1.5 guy wire, be 260 feet tall. And the variances relate to the setback from the property lines,
And district lines.
and the district lines. They're supposed to be, you're supposed to set back at least 30% of the height of the tower, so in this case, it'd be 70 feet from the property lines. And they're going to be 63 feet 7 inches. Now, their engineer has some documentation that they say that this tower is designed for up to over 110 mile per hour wind load. And that if it does happen, if it does have a catastrophic break, it will only break at a point where it's not going to tumble over from the base, so that any problem going to fall within that 30% requirement.
But then also say that requirement is that no ice on the top. The ice on the top, and that changes.
Yeah.
So the reason that they need to put it here and get the variances,
The reason?
why not have it like the big all of them?
Well, I can't answer specifically why they chose that side. I imagine it's makes the best coverage for the best price.
Well, I didn't know it was the only side available,
Yeah, I don't know.
whether it's coverage
About
or.
to say, yeah, maybe filling their gap, I don't know.
Yeah.
But also the statute really said if it was a catastrophic failure and the ice on it was render the other property useless, right?
Well, it would have that burden on it.
Right.
That the adjoining property, would be in a fall zone.
Right.
Is that a house in that dominant area there?
There's a house on this property.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Here.
But then the guy who owns that property isn't so,
Is aware of it.
he knows what he's getting into.
There's a house
But
here
that
too.
house. Right here.
There's one here and one here.
Right
Yeah,
here.
that's a house. Where your finger was is a house. As well. Let's see. Make it to the design map.
Yeah, that's. They have a house on either side of the road going into the tower site.
I think one of them is supposedly a bad.
On the fall zone. Either situation, either ice or ice, it's not the problem.
Yeah. So the properties to either side would be in the fall zone, but. Yeah.
And here, there didn't appear to be any We've had none.
Looks
There's
like
no,
something that is gonna fall into your property.
I know that.
there's no houses to the rear here. They had a distance to the district line as well on this
But
one.
yeah, I'm thinking about the guys there, one, if he doesn't have any relationship with this.
Pretty sure that's an abandoned house. I'm not sure.
Right, but it's on R1A and by right.
Yeah,
Yeah, it becomes a burden on that parcel.
So, we're saying that we have an issue with the conditional use as well.
Unless somebody, I see a problem with the different use in the building. You know, unless, yeah, it's in the different, I just, you know.
This is the same pen I got one.
doesn't work for you.
It just doesn't.
I thought we threw that one away, but we may not have. Give me a second, I'll get one.
Thank you.
That is not where I wanted to be. My driving skills aren't very good. Hold on a second. Is that Jefferson?
That's it up there.
No. I think this is the little house that's. I think that's the one that's not on their property, and this is the one that is. I think this is the one on the property, and this is the one not on the property. And this one's R1, and this is ag. Interestingly enough, this was rezoned to ag from.
How large is that whole parcel?
4.2
Acres.
acres.
Could be situated somewhere else on the property.
A tower that tall is going to hit the same problem no matter where because of the width of this property.
Yeah.
You've got a certain requirement from property lines, but also a certain requirement from district lines. And that's what's really getting them is the district line deal.
You know why it was zoned to ag for long?
I don't. That's a really old rezoning, 1695. But
When the property behind it is still zoned.
Yes, the other property around it is either R1A or to the north, to the west, to the southwest.
So they agreed evidently to lease the space.
So, if we haven't heard anything from Mr. Ridley, who owns that house.
No.
That's the one that appeared to be abandoned on the.
Yeah. So that's all we've got. So if we grant this here and not come to our own adjudication to it, then I won't come back. This into the house and other and that kind of, not here, that kind of.
No, and you can and you will, because it's available by right for all those properties, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It imposes a bit of a burden on.
Yeah.
So if
Involving inappropriate.
Do we have any old business?
You're not.
Okay.
That's all I got for the agenda.
We'll close the two meetings then. You open it?
I did.
I close it.
How's your pipeline? Things still looking good? Busy?
Yeah. Yeah. We haven't taken a new order in a week now. Just because we were too busy. We're trying to get everything in-house. At least to the point where we know when it's gonna be finished. Did you see that? You understand our issue with?
In 1988, or June 1, to add to allow manufactured
There's
homes.
no legal access to the back of that building. Through that.
No,
That's what we got.
I'm wondering if 758 was also in there.
Yes, it's not well designed, so, yeah.
Everything I'm trying to backtrack.
Yeah.
I think
1758 is in the lowest. It was on M1 and M2 to R1A. That one was. That was on the ag first, and that was, yeah. For residential subdivision. Interesting.
So that's what it's like. Yeah. Well, he has
Yeah. Yes, I did.
We'll see you there.
I will.
It's so frustrating that structure and whole name organizations. I mean, it's such a core, there's your options.
I noticed, oh, yeah. Yeah.
I had to order my copies. I can't remember what night.
Oh, yeah.
Saturday night.
Okay.
And I know, so they were busy.
I'm good.
Okay. And I thought, well, we have to get, no,
Thank you.
Thanksgiving. And I thought,
Yeah, I've been friends, I don't know, Lowe's or Home Depot, they advertise me.
It's not the sole determinant of success downtown. I mean, there are several places, actually. I did.
Stop recording or stop sharing.
And there are places where I think with objectively bad food that people really love.
Where's this food come from?
Their food is sold too. Growing in, usually raised on.
Yeah.
barefoot and grip.
Did you want the water also?
Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you.
They're watching, that, you don't have to. That thing, reminder. Now moving along to wherever. And it's finished, and it's from private equity. It's pocket.
It's so frustrating. Every time I go, this is doing really Yeah, he's going to borrow $1 million. And he could, but he just keeps trying to piece things together.
Well, I normally would not have taken that time. While I do a lot of hotels. I've never done something like that
Before that, I'm very.
So I did it really for the experience.
It's such
I know what we.
Which are projects. The Ramada, Grand Plaza, Hilton.
Well, the meeting starts at 1:30, so. He's got it on LoopNet for 19 million.
He understands you can't sell it until we finish.
I don't think so. I don't think he'll ever stop. That is not bad. He just keeps trying to do it $1 million at a time.
Stop. I'm stopping.
Hopefully, yeah.
Lester and I went through it in June or July last year.
We're stopping.
And a lot of it has been completed, but
He made a lot more progress than I ever thought.
yeah.
But just the scale of what's left to do.
Yeah, stop.
I mean, just that kitchen is gonna be a $500,000 project.
I can't stop.
We have some, I'm sure about it 4 years ago. I said that it need to be raised and start all over again.
He doesn't have a general contractor, you know, he's down there trying to do that giant project with, superintendent. That's good.
I said just take time and look at them.
I think it should be this.
Your own
This
personal,
contract.
just so you see whatever you.
Well,
it
Was. Maybe, but there might be a quarter of it. Sometimes.
After that, Ruby just hired Chuck's superintendent off of Chuck. And he's been down there managing. So that's, I mean, that's insane.
They're not doing
300
it.
grand hotel.
People had.
He's just being in there.
Just one, you just put everything.
Keep
on,
people
then you
from
can begin to
vandalizing it, I guess.
Yeah.
And then figure out if you have all that you need. Or whether you're gonna need.
My little
You know, what the big, I'm coming out there, we're doing the wood. So,
Yeah, simple. Just trying to. The temple.
Oh, for that one. Oh.
$76. Wilson did before.
You need a lot.
No, we just.
I've been down in the soccer field several times here, lately watching my grandson play. Is that a Indian temple?
Behind the Goodwill
Lady
Center.
Rose? Yeah.
Behind the Goodwill Center and all that. Yeah. It's big.
It is. It is.
One thing that should have.
Church.
Yeah.
We're still broadcasting on YouTube.
Yeah. It is now. Yeah, behind the whole Sam, Goodwill.
I'm from right here.